Server connection failed, connection timed out. Connected.
What's up, Pat?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. Just had a little bit of music playing. Just about have everything set up, I think. So what we're looking at is... Oops. Alright, let me get this up. There we go. So what'd you make for dinner?
They just wanted some pasta. My dad couldn't really eat it, so he drank a couple Boost.
Alright, so... Looks like we have, in the first round, we have, in the Jack Buck, we have the Buffalo Carp. Do you think you could text Jay and see if there's anything he wants to do, changes or anything?
Okay.
Let's see, so I'm hosting Jay for a 7 game. And in the first round, and then the Stormtroopers are hosting the Endorphins. Because I looked on the message board and I didn't see anything for anyone except Craig. Craig had posted his lineups.
Okay, you may text Laughlin and
Yeah, if you
Brad.
could. Yeah, please.
Okay, everybody's texted.
Cool. Okay, so we'll just wait a few minutes. I don't want to jump right into this.
I wonder if I would have made those trades sooner if my, team would have made the playoffs or not.
I mean, you had a pretty good team by the end of the year, you know. It's kind of interesting. It's like the great what if game. What if I'd made this trade? What if I had made that trade? But I think your team was definitely better by the end of the year than it was, at the beginning of the year. I mean, it seemed like, Yelich, I mean, he's like one of maybe the best player in the league. Like, how can you not have a great team with him? But I don't know. I feel like overall your team was better by the end of the year. What do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, is there any way you can do I don't know if you can simulate seasons for before the start of the season, so maybe people could see how their team would have played, maybe in a different,
Just to see if they were like unlucky or something.
Yeah, and then maybe do it with the end of the season roster, kind of that way you can kind of.
Yeah, I mean, we can
gauge.
sim. The game actually has a feature where you can sim an entire season, and it only takes like a couple minutes. And so you can actually sim in an hour you could probably do like 20 sims or something, But we could do that sometime if you want.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, because I mean, it would also give people an opportunity to see how, because sometimes people are upset because oh man, this pitcher is so good, he'd never be that bad. This is like fake, man. This is like fake news, like pulling Trump shit or something. And, it really isn't. Just in a specific sim, anything can happen. But when you do like um, 20 sims, that starts smoothing out the numbers so that like in one sim, let's say Louis Castillo is really terrible, and I'm like, man, that sucks. But then like across like 20 or 25 sims, you can look at it and go, man, that was just a bad luck season. Things just
Yeah.
didn't fall his way. And so we could do like 15, 20 sims of your team or of the whole league before you made all the trade, like beginning of the season, and then oh, Brad just texted me. How can I make changes for the playoffs?
Yeah,
Um,
he asked me when. I said no. Yeah, I'd be curious to see like Verlander, on different seasons, what he would done. And then I thought I had one of the top three. Me personally, I thought it was me, you, and Jay were the three best teams in our division.
yeah, so I mean that's the thing that if that's what you think, that's something we can test. So we can actually run those sims and see how it falls. You know.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean it definitely is. I thought you know I thought I had a good team coming into the season. I thought Jay did. I thought you did. I mean, Craig's team surprised me a little, but there are some benefits to running the games too. There's that advantage. But it could be that just things fell his way, or
Yeah,
things didn't fall your way, right? That kind of thing.
yeah,
But your team at the beginning of the year just I don't know. I thought your team was a lot better by the end. So just all
yeah,
around, your pitching, your hitting. I mean, why Verlander was so bad for you? That's who knows. Who knows.
yeah.
But we could. That's something we can sort out in a sim. So Brad texted me. I told him to text anything he wants to do to you
Hmm.
because I'm kind of. I might forget to look at the message board or something, and I'm trying to juggle a few things here. So if you don't mind that.
Yeah, he says he's texting me changes now. He's got two different numbers. I'll send him another one to that.
Okay. And then let's see. Have you heard from Jay?
No, that's kind of a crapshoot.
Yeah, he might be.
Steve just texted me.
Okay. Let me take a look while we're waiting. I'm just going to take a look at my team and see what I want to do. I don't want to forget about my team because, like, in the other thing that we just finished, I didn't really care. I didn't follow it that closely. Um,
Steve sent me some stuff. I wouldn't be like, I might be curious. Like maybe getting a computer here in a little bit. My son's got one, but just one at the house. I haven't had one for a while. Maybe I kind of like to see how the game works. When you run the games, I don't know if there's any, like maybe run some of the games or
well,
anything.
actually, I feel like having one person run all the games is an awful big chore to dump on somebody. And so, if we had like two or three people where we could actually have like take turns running the game, so it's not one person for like 6 months having to like, oh fuck, I gotta go run games. I mean, it gets to be a bit tedious. It's a little rote. So,
Yeah,
if we had three people, because I'd be willing to do it if I didn't have to do it all season long, and I'm sure Craig wouldn't mind, you know, getting rid of that burden for periods of time. So like because basically a season runs 6 months. So if we had like three people, we could do a rotation like, you know, Craig runs the first month, you run the second, I run the third, then Craig runs the fourth, you run the fifth, and I run the sixth, or something like that. We could figure it out, I'm sure, but um, I'd be stunned if he wouldn't mind relieving himself of some of that burden, because I mean, it gets old, man.
yeah,
And
yeah.
also, it's like it's nice because when you're the one clicking the buttons, you learn the game, and you
Yeah.
learn. I wouldn't say there are necessarily any insights that you'll gain. There might be, but the biggest thing is you'll understand like why it can be frustrating. Like, to me, it's frustrating when somebody puts like 5 pitchers in every role, and it's like a lot of it's repeats. Like, you have all the same guys in your setup and closer role. Well, do you really want, your 5th best setup guy closing, even if it's like 5th? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, and it's really tedious to type in all those guys. I mean, it's not hard. It's like, man, one, what's the point? And two, like, if you understood the tediousness and the clickiness of it, maybe you wouldn't. So, like, there's like things like that, insights that you gain. This is partly why I like doing these live streams, because people can see the screens and see how, you know, see how the game works. And so, like, if you see, like, there's still a lot of people in the league who will submit a, long relief, or no, what is it? I've seen these roles that don't even exist in the game, so I'm like, well, what is that? Where does that even go? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So doing these streams, people can hopefully, if anyone watches, they can actually see the screens and like understand that like it's actually kind of helpful to, not try to put a mop up versus lefty and righty, because there isn't. It's just mop up. That's it. You're a mop. It's not lefty. It's not righty. It's just mop. And because like if you put mop up versus lefty, mop up versus righty, well, which one do I use? Because I don't have both roles in the game. So at any rate, yeah, if you're thinking about getting a computer anyway, I think that'd be super awesome, and we could get 3 of us running games, and that would make it like so much less of a burden for one person.
Hey, Brad's asking me. He's playing. Is he playing Steve?
Yes, he's playing Steve, and he is 7 games starting at Steve's Park, so it's 2-3-2, and it's there's 5 days of rest before the first game of the series.
Okay. Are you ready for changes?
Yes. Is Brad ready to give you some?
I've got, yep.
Okay. Yeah, let's do some changes on Brad's team.
All right, tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Pitching or hitting?
This pitching is what he gave me.
Okay.
All right, he wants Verlander.
Game 1?
Yeah.
Okay. And I assume
Hill.
he wants a 4-man rotation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Game 2?
Hill.
Okay.
Soraka.
Okay.
And then Kershaw.
Kershaw, game 4. Is he watching the live stream? Do you know?
No, he's got family over, he said.
Oh, okay.
And then he's got a... Okay. He put Young, 3rd and long relief and 3rd and mop.
Okay. That was a guy you had, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got him to
So
play against
he
Matt.
wants him 3rd, but right now, so what he had was Hendricks 3rd as long relief. Does he still want Hendricks in long relief?
Okay. Let me see.
And so do I just bump Hendricks down to 4th, or does he want him removed from that role?
Hold on, I'm texting him.
Okay, no worries. I know Steve.
Yeah, I've got his too.
Okay. I know Steve sent me something, but I can't remember if it was a trade offer or...
Brad said he wants quick hook on all starters, use bullpen more.
Okay. So,
And He had an answer about Hendricks.
Okay.
Steve said he's watching the live stream.
Okay. So Hill, he wants a quick hook. So is that more frequent or most frequent?
Well, it says use bullpen more. So
okay, well that's not a roll. So
I'll put more frequent.
More? Okay, so I could do closers and relievers. More frequent. Okay.
And he hasn't answered about Hendricks yet.
That's okay. Well, I got.
You want to do Steve's?
Let me put this in for Brad.
Okay.
Let me see who his starters are. So Verlander, Hill, Soroka, Kershaw.
Bobby's answering that.
And he wanted that for all of his starters, right?
Yeah, he said move Hendricks up to 2. Quick hook on all starters, it says.
So is that more frequent or most frequent? Does he want him like yanked out for the fastest or a little bit more than typical?
Frequent or most frequent?
More frequent or most frequent? So like
Bullpen.
the maximum or somewhere in the middle?
You should have put me in the playoffs, since I'm always on the live stream anyway. He's not responding yet.
Okay. Well, so let's do Steve's then.
Okay. Let's see.
So I assume there was no changes with Pat's or with Brad's lineup then.
He didn't send me any.
Okay. And then
Okay.
for Steve,
He's got Gray,
Gray,
DeGrom. Was that Savali? Paddock.
Okay.
And he says drop Alonso 3 spots in lineup both ways.
Okay. Well, against lefties, that'll make him last. But that might be what he wants. Because he was 7th, so there really wasn't 3 to go down, but...
Well, initially he says move Alonso to 7th batting order each way. And then after that he said also drop Alonso 3 spots and line up both ways.
Okay, so that means versus righties he would be hitting 7th, and versus lefties 9th.
He's the... Okay, I'll put 9th first lefties.
And I have it on the screen right now, so if he's watching, he should be able to see it.
You put yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, and then...
Brad wants most frequent.
Most frequent. Okay, let me change that.
Now you said 7th both ways.
Okay.
I put 9th first lefties. He put yes. Then he put 7th both ways.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, I have Brad's guys set to most frequent, and Steve wants 7th for Alonso against lefties and righties. Okay.
Nothing from Jay.
Nothing from Jay. So let me take a look at the carb. Just make sure his number 1 is going first. Set him to a 4-man. I don't know. Right now his rotation is Strasburg, Scherzer, Giolito, Weaver, Nola.
Steve says Pat is an a-hole.
Okay.
All right. So let me make some additional changes to his team then.
Okay. His worst starter would be
Steve's?
Yamamoto. So do you want to have him
Oh,
game
yeah.
1? Game 1 for Yamamoto?
Can he pitch on short rest too?
Yeah, I could start him every game.
Yes.
And I'll demote all of his other relievers. So he'll just be Yamamoto every game till his arm falls off.
And do his left versus lefties lineup versus righties and vice versa.
Okay. Yeah, we can do
That'd
that.
be kind of fun.
Yeah. Brad owes you lunch then if we do that. Alright, so I have Steve set. Belleville Thunderbolts. Let me just make sure that's set. 1 and 4. Carp 1 and 4. Runs 1 and 4. Voodoo Dogs. I haven't heard from Matt either. One and 4. Alright, let me do a backup of the game, just so in case I screw something up from here on out. Can always go back. For playoffs, there we go. Alright. Let me see. Endorphins at Stormtroopers. Okay. That's good.
I'm predicting Ed versus Steve for the title.
Man, I hope that's right. Let's see, which schedule are we? That'd be okay by me. Not that I'm, chomping at the bit to play Steve's team, but that means I got to the World Series. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Which schedule are we using? 2019. Tools. Generate. Okay. Schedule is generated, so we're just waiting on the Carp. Who else? I think that's it. We're just waiting to hear from the Carp.
Yeah, I don't know if we are going through.
Craig left a post, so I have his stuff. We've got Brad's, we've got Steve, we've got mine. So, I don't know, what do you think? Haven't heard from the Carp. Maybe send him one more text.
I'll put last chance.
Yeah. Otherwise, send him this also, his current rotation. This might trigger him into action. His current rotation is Strasburg, Scherzer, Giolito, Weaver.
Strasburg.
Strasburg was pretty good for him in the regular season, as was Mad Max. Giolito was solid. Weaver, not so much. I mean, I could easily see that being the rotation, just based on how they pitched, but we'll give him an extra minute. I'll be right back, Pat.
All right.
Alrighty, let me text Matt again. Any word from him?
No.
Alright, well, what time is it? 4:34.
It's time.
Should we just do it?
Yeah.
I heard your phone buzzed. Was that him or Steve?
That was a fantasy football notification.
Oh, okay. Well,
Maybe play the other division first, or you do it at the same time, don't you?
I can play him one at a time.
Oh, we'll give him a few more minutes.
Yeah. So, endorphins at the Stormtroopers. Let me see. Selected game only. Endorphins win 7-5. Let me port. I'll generate the box score and I'll upload that. It should be faster now. I made some changes.
Okay.
Web. Okay. Tell Steve his box score will be uploading in a moment. Oh crap, that was the wrong one. Cancel. Okay, it's uploading. I just realized I scored 1,001 runs this year.
Nice.
Made it. Sweet.
Does that lead the league?
Nah, Matt scored 1,061.
He's breaking up the way he does things, too.
Yeah, he said he's just bored with it. I don't blame him. I mean, the biggest thing is, like, it really restricts, like, the trades he can make.
That's true.
He said it's not as fun as... But it leaves the door open for someone else to, grab that template and run with it. Alright, the upload's just about done. Be done in 10 seconds. We'll give Jay till 4:40. I don't know that it really matters, but we'll do it nonetheless. Alright, upload is complete. Let's see. But yeah, we could do another live stream, and it might be like useful for everyone in the league to see what a bunch of sims look like and the variation from season to season, how much it can vary. When you play the same season over and over. And the biggest variation would be like what individual players do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the team records may not vary as much from season to season. I mean, there will be some variation in there, but like you'll have years where you'll have a guy that might hit, 300 with 30 homers, and another one where he might hit 240 with like 17 homers. I mean, that's a huge variation. But, in that same season, someone else might do better, so the team overall balances out somewhat. But that'd be kind of fun to do. I've thought about doing that in some of our leagues before. I've done a few like little test runs after the season on some of our leagues, but just out of curiosity on my, like, should I have done that trade, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But never on a larger scale and really looking at everyone's team. I think that's a good idea. So we'll do a live stream for that. Maybe next weekend? I don't know what your schedule is like.
Yeah, that'll be fine with me. It should work like Sunday.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Well, it's 4:40. No word from Jay yet, huh?
Nah.
Alright. Well, I vote we just start playing. How do you vote, Pat?
I agree.
Alright. The ayes have 2, the nays have 0. We play. Let me play my game real quick. He'll win now, of course, but yep, 5-1. What happened? Strasburg, great game, 7 1/3, 1 run. Louis Castillo, not so great, but not terrible either. 6 1/3, 3 runs, 3 earned. I mean, you score one run, you're gonna lose. That's just the way that is. Justice was served. Alright, so...
How'd Verlander pitch for Brad?
Let's see. Holy crap. 6 innings, 1 run, 1 hit, no walks, 11 Ks.
Yeah.
That 1 hit's a homer, of course. Kirby Yates came in, though, a third of an inning, gave up 3 runs. Sonny Gray, 5 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned, and then Harlan Garcia, 2 2/3, 2 runs, 2 earned, and Ross Stripling, inning and a third and a run.
Okay.
So, game 2. Does Brad want texts after each game? You can tell him his game is uploaded.
I sent him a text. You won 5 in the first game. I sent it like 10 minutes ago, and he didn't respond.
Okay, and then Steve knows he's just ready to roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said to tell Brad to piss off.
Okay. I mean, he could do that too, but,
Yeah.
All
But
right.
they made it till Brad, so it's on the live feed.
Okay. He wants a record of it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna play game 2 for both series. Everyone knows their starters. I think I'm throwing Woodruff, and I'm facing Scherzer. Yeah, this won't be fun. Anyway, here we go. Game 2. Rotten 7-6 in 11. Stormtrooper 7-1. Let's look at those box scores. Actually, let's print the report and get it uploading first.
Is this 7-game series or?
Yeah, they're all 7. All right, you can tell Steve that the box scores are uploading. Take about a minute to upload them. All right, let's talk about those box scores. We'll start with the Stormtroopers. Rich Hill went 5 2/3, 6 runs, 6 earned, 3 home runs he served up, and Brad Hand gave up the other run with a solo homer.
Yeah, with Steve's team against the lefty, he just crushes them.
Yeah, Luplow was 1 for 4 with a homer. Arenado 1 for 3 with a homer. Blackman 1 for 3 with a homer, and Pete Alonso in that 7 spot, the last second change from 9 up to 7 pays off. He hit a solo jack.
Yeah.
DeGrom 8 innings, 1 run, pretty good outing. 1 walk, 11 Ks. Only run he gave up was a Kyle Schwarber solo jack. And the Rottens in 11. Oh wow, crazy game. We scored 1 in the bottom of the 9th. Both teams scored 1 in the 10th, and then in the bottom of the 11th, the judge, hearing he might get traded, hit a homer. So Scherzer 6 1/3, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 homers, of course. Carlos Martinez, an inning 2/3, 1 run, 1 earned. Aroldis Chapman got a blown save, 1 inning, 1 run, and Tyler Clippard, 1 inning, 2 runs, 2 homers.
How many homers?
Rottens hit 5 homers. Brandon Woodruff, 5 innings, 2 runs. And then, everyone else threw pretty well after that. Tim Hill, 1 inning, 2 runs, not so good. Offense from the Carp, Hayura? How do you say his name? Do you know? Hayura?
That's why I traded him.
Yeah, if you can't say his name, probably ought to be on someone else's team. Let them figure it out. But Cuthbert, whoever Cuthbert is, hit a pinch hit 3-run homer in the top of the 8th. Damn, hit it off Tim Hill. Anyway, those are game 2 numbers. It's uploaded, so if Steve wants to look at those, or Brad, if he happens to tune in.
He just texted me.
Both series are 1-1. He being Brad?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Switching parks.
switching parks. Let's see. The Carp in game 3 are sending Lucas Giolito to the hill. And the Rottens are marching out there. The surprising Brad Keller. Probably frustrated a lot of people this year with his low strikeout totals and lots of ground balls and 16-6 record. Let's see. The Endorphins have Mike Soroka, the bane of the Rottens. We don't like him. He was tough on us this year.
Anybody won 20 games?
I think someone on Craig's team did. So Mike Soroka, in the regular season, he was 18-10 with a 440 for Brad. Against his opponent today is Aaron Savali, we'll call him that.
Okay.
7-9. He's pretty good. A little bit of bad luck he pitched in, it looks like, but 7-9 with a 4.07 ERA. Those are the Game 3 matchups. Anything from Steve or Brad?
No.
And nothing from Jay, presumably.
No.
So,
You said win.
what's that?
Steve said win.
Win. Okay. Well,
Hit the win button.
I'll try to hit the win button. I can't find it. I haven't been able to find that button. Let's play those games. Carp 7-2 winners over the Rottens, and the Dolphins go up 4-2. Go up with a 4-2 win, I should say. Savali went the route, 8 innings, 4 runs. Didn't throw terribly. Soroka, 5 innings, 1 run, and then solid bullpen work, which is what Brad is aiming for. The Carp just put it to Brad Keller, 5 2/3, 4 runs. God, he hit 4 homers off me. And Giolito twirled a good one, 6 2/3, 2 runs, 2 earned. And Tyler Clippard, making up for the Game 1 loss, came in and got the save with 2 1/3, perfect. All right, let me print those or upload those box scores as promised, and then we'll look at Game 4 starters. I don't know, Pat. I'm down 2-1. I'm not feeling good about this, but I split at home, and I needed to win both of those games.
His pitching staff is pretty good, isn't it?
They are good, and I struggled with Jay's team in the regular season.
Did ya?
I say that now. I don't even know what the record was. Let me look. We've got a minute here. Let people contemplate. Let's see. Team versus team. Rottens. Yeah, I was 6-10 against Jay this year. Not good. Not what I would like to have seen. Alright. So, Game 4 starters are Clayton Kershaw. We can say it now. He's a veteran. Many seasons, but this one wasn't his finest. He was 10-8 with a 5.51. Against a team that really kind of hurts lefties. And he's facing Chris Paddock, the young former Pete's Lecoq member.
That's right.
Who, wow, he served up 45 homers in 200 innings. But he's a solid starter. Everything else is pretty good. 15-9, 4.58 ERA. Buffalo Carp to the hill send Luke Weaver. 15-9, 5.05 in the regular season. Versus Sandy Alcantara, who for the Rottens was 11-9, 5.09. Overall, he was 12-14, 5.10. I like this guy though. He throws hard. He's got guts, man. He
does.
This guy could survive an infection and a pandemic and still come out throwing hard, I think. He's just got that sort of makeup. All right. Well, that's the setup.
Let's do it.
Here's time for the game. I'm nervous, Pat. Carp win 4-3. It's a nail biter. And the Stormtroopers in 10 innings prevail 2-1. Let's look at those box scores. Man, this is 2 good games. Sandy Alcantara goes the route, serves up 3 shots, 3 jacks. Who hit him? Swine Tatis, Swine Olsen, and Swine Vote. Jeez. Weaver, 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walk, 13 Ks.
Ouch.
One of those 2 hits left the park. Imagine that. In the 9th, though, the Rottens hit 2 solo jacks off of the Fresh Prince, Will Smith. The judge,
Cock.
and Encarnacion went deep. Former Lecoq, yeah. And Stormtroopers score one in the top of the 10th. Howie Kendrick, how did he do it? We don't know. Let me look. Howie Kendrick. In the ninth, let's see, the Stormtroopers, Merrifield grounded out. Kyle Seager pinch hit for Contreras. He hit a double to right center. Brandon Lowe pinch hit for J.D. Martinez. He flew out to right, but Corey Seager tagged wisely and moved on to third. Bringing up with 2 outs and Seager at third, Kendrick roped a double down the right field line. Barely just landed outside the outstretched arms of the first baseman. And then Maris came in and got Brian Reynolds to ground out. That was how it went. That was my dramatic recitation of the top of the 10th. Yeah, so Steve goes
2-2, right?
Goes 2-2, and I'm down 3-1. Damn it. Why is this going on? I'm not happy. Let's drag this out a little and upload those box scores. Okay. Box scores. Uploading. I don't know, Pat. This doesn't look good.
It doesn't. You're in deep shit.
You need to do the other thing. You need to give the guys a pep talk. Losing is like a disease. Yeah. So endorphins. Go back to the Game 1 starters. Verlander, who was fantastic Game 1. 1 hit over 7.
He's got to be bad this game, you would think. The way he pitched all year.
He's facing up against Sonny Gray. Game 1 rematch. And then the Carp, they send Strasburg, old pal. Man, I thought we had the book on him. We knew all his little tricks, but he's evolved as a pitcher and a person. Hopefully, though, he falls back into some old habits from when he was a rotten as a youth. And against Luis Castillo, who's out. He's got something to prove after his Game 1 beating. All right, the upload is done. Steve, want to do anything?
I don't think so. Try the win button again.
The win button. Okay, I'm going to click that for me too, hopefully. I'll click it for both of us, Steve.
Nope.
Let's see. And the Carp end the rotten season with a 6-4 win. The Stormtroopers storm back. Verlander returns back to regular season form. He wasn't terrible, but it was regular season form. Sonny Gray, so the final is 8-0. Sonny Gray, 6 innings, no runs. And the final 3 were Workman, 3 innings. And you got to say, Verlander, 6 innings, 4 runs, 2 homers, 1 walk, 10 Ks. Neris came in through 2, gave up a run, and Young came in and pitched an inning and allowed 3 runs. Charlie Blackmon with 2 homers, and Wilson Contreras with a homer, no homers, no balls left the yard off of endorphin bats.
Sorry, Ed.
Well, Actually, it makes it a little easier for me because Craig's lineups are different against my team. There's several different lineups, so I'm kind of not too tore up. I don't want to make a bunch of lineup changes. I don't have to, but I would rather have won. I'd be willing to do the changes, but not to be. All right. Game 6, series tied. No, Steve's up 3-2. Brad has Rich Hill going. The Stormtroopers are sending Jacob DeGrom.
It's a bad matchup for Brad.
Yeah, the trade deadline pickup. Yeah, not the best matchup, but should I do it? Should we play it?
Hold on, Brad says, can you hold game 6? Okay, hold on.
All right. Ooh, boy, I almost pushed the button too. All right. We're on pause, folks. Let me see. I guess I could regale everyone with a little music. Is it playing? Oh, now it's playing.
There.
Yeah, I'm here.
He did a last minute change. How close were you to pushing the play?
Not super close. I had a few more clicks to do, but
He said to pull Rich Hill and pitch Zach Gallen.
Okay. I love it. Does he want any roles for Rich Hill?
Oh, boy.
And ask Steve if he responds in any way. Can't imagine he does, but...
He said he feels like he's at Spencer's. Or in Spencer's.
Oh, with the music I threw on. Spencer's.
Oh, I didn't know you played music.
I just threw music on for a moment.
Hold on. I'm asking any rules for Rich Hill.
Well, Spencer's is probably a nice little flashback, so go look the music out.
He said no. Rich Hill rules.
Rich Hill, nothing for him.
No.
Okay. So Zach Gallen, does he want him also set up the same way with the quick pull?
I think so.
Assuming yes, but let's
Steve says he'll be back by the poster section while you guys play the game. He still wants a quick pull on the bullpen.
back at the. Oh, jeez. I wonder if that place is still in the mall.
I think so.
All right. I got him set up to quick pull. Any other changes?
No.
All right. Nothing for Steve, I presume.
I don't know. He's back by the posters.
All right. Well, Steve, back by the posters. If you want to make a change, do it quick, because I'm about to play this game. And no, Sean Cassidy can't be your throw out the first pitch today.
All good.
All good. All right, here we go. 3-2. Will there be a Game 7? There will be a Game 7. Zach Gallen was the right call. The Endorphins win 1-0.
Wow.
The Stormtroopers left 15 men on base. Wow, yeah. At any rate, Zach Gallen goes 5 innings, gives up 7 hits, 3 walks, strikes out 10, and gives up no runs. And the bullpen was perfect. Jacob DeGrom threw great. 8 innings, 1 run, 2 walks, 9 Ks. Trevor Story, though, got him in the 2nd inning. Solo shot. That was it. All right.
So let's.
I'm going to print that out, and I'm going to upload those box scores. And we go to Game 7, folks. All right, so reach out, see if there's any changes for either of those guys, if you don't mind.
Okay, I'll put. Oh. Who won this matchup last game? Game 3.
Let me see.
Sirac. Steve says no prisoners. You should have got on this little.
Yeah.
It would have been some added comic relief.
Yeah, some little extra color. So was it Savali and Soraka? So it was a 4-2 game last time.
Steve.
Soraka won, but Savali wasn't terrible either.
And then he said, "Can you put Santana up 2 slots in front of Schwarber?"
And just shift everyone down, I guess.
Yeah.
Versus righties. Oh, okay, I see. Yep, I got it. Anything else?
Steve's asking me a question.
Okay.
He's doing this so he can blame it on me if he loses.
Wise.
What's the old...
I'm gonna, actually, while you're talking to him, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. Be right back. Any other changes from either?
He's asking, is Paddock at full rest right now?
Okay, let me take a look. Should be. Oh, wait, no, Savali is the next scheduled. Paddock would not be at full rest.
That makes the decision easy then. Yeah. With a surprise, he said Yamamoto.
He's going Yamamoto for Savali?
No,
Oh, you're calling that, right?
said no change. It's Savali.
No change.
He got last second call for the Rich Hill start. Changed the series.
So, yeah, that was... I mean, he probably shouldn't have had Rich Hill starting anyway, but... Okay, so Brad's done with his change, just Santana, right?
Let's see. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Steve is good with Savali, so it's Savali versus Soraka. Yep. We ready to do this? What do you think, Pat? Should we do it?
He goes, "Had you two not talked about my team so much hitting lefties, I blame you both." I don't think Brad's listening.
No, I see only 3 people connected, and
Yeah.
one of them's me. So, all right. Well, here we go.
All
Sriracha
right.
versus Savali. Wow, it's a close one. Endorphins win 2-1.
Oh,
Sriracha, 7 innings, 1 run. Great match he threw. Savali threw good again, 6 innings, 2 runs. No one hit a homer. It was just Endorphins scored 1 in the top of the second, Stormtroopers 1 in the bottom of the 4th, and Endorphins scored 1 in the top of the 5th. And that's the game.
he said double horse shit. He was outmanaged.
He needed to counter that Zach Gallen last moment, swap out. All right, well, let me upload this. If you want to notify Brad, Steve.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Sorry, Steve. Congratulations, Brad. But Steve, I lost too. So, and I'm the one that has to sit through the rest of this. He can log out. All right.
I would too, but I'm here for the league.
Man, that's I love it, Pat. That's awesome. I don't have to do this by myself.
My 2 World Series picks are eliminated in the first round.
Yeah, well. What do they call that? The person who...
The curse of death.
Like, there's, in gambling, or there's somebody who's, basically just... there's a name for it.
Pick the opposite of what he does.
Yeah, they basically, just always, they always lose if that person calls it. There's the Rainmaker, and then there's the other one, the one who's just the freaking kiss of death. I don't know. At any rate, that was your call today. Let's see. So now, round 2, we have, in the Jack Buck, we have the Carp against the Belleville Thunderbolts. And in the Harry Carey, we have the Endorphins against the Voodoo Dogs of New Orleans. Alright. So I have it in. Now, Brad, tell Brad there's 1 day of rest. So, with Jay, he can go back to his number 1 starter. So I'll just do that because I assume that's what that's what I would do if I were him. So, because he beat me so quickly that. All right.
Yeah, I sent Jay a bunch of texts.
You spammed him.
It says, any changes to your team before I had plays the game, last chance, and I put his rotation, and I put going, and then he put Kurt shortstop to tease. That was it.
He did what?
He put current shortstop to tease.
Oh, boy.
And then I put you're up 2-1 against Ed in the first round of the playoffs so far. Nothing, so I just quit.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
Yeah, maybe he's wrapped up with something.
Yeah. What's more important than this?
Right? Yeah, come on. Let's see. I struggle to understand these people's priorities. Do not get this. Let's do.
Can Verlander go for him?
There we go. What's that? I'm sorry.
Can Verlander go for Brad?
Well, so there's 1 day of rest.
Because he would have been on his 4th starter, right?
Yeah. 4th starter would have pitched the next day. 2, 3. Yeah, I think Verlander will be on full rest if he wants to start him game 1.
You sure?
Well, let's see. Let me look and see what the first day of the...
Hey, Brock. How was golf? Did you? Oh, that's awesome. You guys playing best ball?
Alright, so the first day of the postseason schedule of the second round is the 22nd. Yeah, so Verlander would be on full rest. However, his second starter would not be. Zach Gallen would not be on full rest.
Okay.
Because of the way where the days off fell and stuff. Or wait. Yeah, because of the days off.
And like everybody after that too, or no?
So for game 2, no, because there's a day off after that, so his third starter will still be in line to start at the right time. But his game 2 starter started his last game of the 3 in the middle, and then there was a day off.
I wonder if he wants to put Rich Hill back in there or not.
But yeah, he can start Verlander first on full rest.
Okay, he's texting me right now.
Actually, what it was Gallen threw the first game. He threw game 6, so right after the travel day.
Okay, he said that's go Verlander Hill.
He wants to go Verlander Hill and Gallen out of the rotation.
Oh, okay. He said he's trying to get into the live stream room.
Okay, there's a link to it in the on the message board. General League discussion.
See him?
I don't know. I can't tell, like, if he starts typing in the live chat part, then I would know, but I can tell that there's 3 people watching, but that's about it.
Okay.
guess in lieu of Matt getting back to me, I'll take a look at what his... So Matt is home first. To actually type though in the chat, he'll have to be logged into a Google account.
He said he's in.
Okay, yeah, I see there's 4 viewers now.
Yeah, I'm in too.
Oh, okay. Do you see the chat part?
I'm just looking at you got something box score up or something.
Yeah.
He said he can hear, he can't talk.
Well, right, because he's not connected into the Mumble server.
Yeah.
But he can type into the live chat part if he's logged into a Google account.
Okay, Jay just texted me. Does not have a Google account. I'm not logged in.
Okay.
But if he can hear us, he can just text me and I'll...
Yeah.
So, Brad, Verlander game 1. Any other changes?
Let me take a look at Craig's for game 1. Craig didn't say anything about his rotation, so I'm guessing he's sticking with it the way it is. Oh wait, no, it is here. Glass now. Glad I looked. Glass now. Minor. Lynn. Stroman. Okay. Lineup versus righties. Porto, Mancini, Bellinger, Urshela, Stack, Scrandall, Chuck Taylor, Adames, Pham, Mancini, Bellinger, Brayu, McCann, Urshela, Escobar, Chuck Taylor, Mercer. Got a response from Matt. And I'm just making a few changes that Craig had posted for.
Okay. Brad said Verlander game 1, keep his lineup the same.
Okay.
Jay said no changes.
Okay. Baez, Duffy, Rogers, South versus left, Kinsler, Oberg.
Brad says Wade needs Matt's lineup at his work.
What's that?
He's texting me something now. He needs Matt's lineup at his part. I don't know if he wants to change his lineup or what.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he may want to in Matt's park.
Yeah.
Rizzi, Suero. Okay. Have all of Craig's stuff in. So Craig's ready, waiting to hear back from Matt.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help.
Here we go. 10 hours of Jeopardy music.
Okay, he said add Brantley to left field, Dahl to right field, and Schwarber at DH.
Okay, let me go to his team. So we're talking versus what?
Does Matt have all lefty starters?
Oh yeah, he does.
At least in that park.
So it's versus lefties. So tell me that again.
First lefties, he said Brantley in left field.
Okay, so that takes out Austin Riley. And does he want him hitting in the same spots? Brantley's not even on his active roster. Although right now at the beginning of the series, he can bring him up. He'd need to send someone down.
He texted him.
Okay.
He said send down Sirgard.
Send down who?
No, it's Sirgard.
Okay. That'll be for the whole series, just so he knows. Okay. So Brantley in left field for Austin Riley.
Yeah, he said yes, so he's listening.
Okay. So he'll be in left field, and then who else am I putting in?
David Dahl in right field.
Okay, same thing. He's in the minors.
Okay. They said Schwarber at DH. Is that where he's at now?
He right now is at... He's not in his lineup against lefties right now.
All right, said send down Hunter Pence.
Send down Hunter Pence. Okay. Got it. And promote David Dahl. Got it. So Dahl is where in...
Right field.
Right field. For Jeff McNeil. What's that? McNeil? Yeah, Jeff McNeil. Okay, Dahl is in right field for McNeil. Got it. And you said he wants Schwarber in too?
DH.
At DH. Okay. DH for Trey Turner. Alright. Now what order?
He said it needs McNeil.
Okay, well, then he can't have Dahl in there. I mean,
Don't play Schwarber at all, he said.
okay. So Dahl at DH then? Or what?
He's texting.
Okay.
All at DH then.
Okay. So McNeil in right field. Dahl at DH. All right. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, he put Dahl at DH. Read off his lineup too, or his order, so that way he can hear it and let me know.
Okay. It's also on the screen if he's watching.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's LeMahieu, Trevor Story, Michael Brantley, Jeff McNeil, David Dahl, Anthony Rizzo, Danny Santana, Vasquez, and Donaldson at third. That's what it is currently.
And Rizzo at first.
Rizzo's at first, yeah.
So you can't see the screen; it's too small.
Oh, okay. I don't think that'll help.
But did you hear your lineup?
I'll read it again. LeMahieu at second, Trevor Story at short, Michael Brantley hitting third in left field, Jeff McNeil in right field, David Dahl at DH, Anthony Rizzo at first, Danny Santana in center field, Christian Vasquez at catcher, and Josh Donaldson hitting ninth at third.
What do you got? EJ Story, Brantley. Who's hitting fourth?
Fourth is right now Jeff McNeil.
Okay, I'm sending it to him. Fifth was Santana.
What's that?
Oh, he said he heard it. Never mind. I was texting it.
Oh, okay. Also, just so that he realizes, Matt has Trevor Bauer, and he's going to start Game 4.
And that'll be at Brad's Park, though, right?
Yeah, and it'll be the, as the fourth start, it'll be the only time he pitches.
So that's fine.
Oh, and he's... Oh, there's room for him. Note.
About ready to roll.
Yeah, I was just waiting if Brad has any changes anymore, or is he happy with that lineup?
I said it's okay. He's good to go.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll read it one more time. Batting first, LeMahieu at second. Batting second, Story at short. Batting third, Brantley in left. Batting fourth, McNeil in right. Batting fifth, David Dahl at DH. Batting sixth, Rizzo at first. Batting seventh, Danny Santana in center. Batting eighth, Christian Vasquez at catcher. And batting ninth, Josh Donaldson at third. I assume he'll probably want to change it when he goes to his park, but...
Yeah, I'm sure.
Alright, that's that. We're ready for some baseball. Alright, here we go, game one. Good luck, gentlemen. Anyone who's listening. Game one. Endorphins win 7-1 and Thunderbolts in 10 win 5-4.
Na. Verlander, huh?
So let's see what we have here. Verlander, 6 innings, 1 run. No homers allowed. Wow. And then nothing else. Patrick Corbin, 5 1/3, 7 runs, 2 homers allowed. And then Austin Voth threw 3 2/3 scoreless out of the pen. Thunderbolts, 5-4 winners in 10 innings. Oh my gosh, wow. Going into the bottom of the ninth, Strasburg had a 4-0 lead. And yeah, he ended up giving up a bunch of runs 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth. Chapman came in and gave up a run in the bottom of the 10th. That was a winner. Game winner, Trey Mancini. Vogt hit a grand slam. That's what happened. Let's see what happened.
Randy Vogt.
Randy Vogt. Mancini struck out leading off the inning. Bellinger lined a single to shallow right. Urshela grounded a single up the middle. Bellinger to second. Willie Calhoun in a 9-pitch at bat drew a walk, advancing everyone. Moustakas homered deep to right. Bellinger scored. Blah blah blah. Chapman came in. Grandal struck out. Chuck Taylor struck out. What did I say? Who hit the homer? Oh, Vogt hit a grand slam for Jay in the second inning, and then Moustakas slammed back in the bottom of the ninth. Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to upload those box scores. Man, some drama there. A blowout and a come from behind victory. All right. Give me just a moment here and I'll get these uploading. There we go. All right, box scores are uploading. I'm going to go refill my water. Be right back.
All right.
For game 2. Hey, we are ready for game 2. Any changes by anybody? From
I don't think so.
Did you share the results with Jay?
Yeah.
And no response or?
No.
Okay.
Brad says he's.
What's that?
Brad said he's ready to go.
Ready to roll. Okay. Game 2 is Rich Hill versus Yarbrough. Yar. And the other series, the Thunderbolts have Mike Minor, the surprise of the season on the hill. And let me see, was he the 20-game winner? He was 20-7. Who'd have thunk it?
Wow.
And the Carp are countering with Mad Max Scherzer, who was 17-10 with a fine 4.16 ERA. All right, here we go. Sports fans, game 2. The Voodoo Dogs, 8-7 winners over the Endorphins, while the Carp trounced the Thunderbolts 10-4.
That 20-game winner.
He came up short today. It wasn't his day. Rich Hill, 3 2/3, 5 runs, 5 earned. But actually, it was a win in the bottom of the 9th as the Voodoo Dogs came back against the tough Liam Hendricks. Yarbrough went 5 1/3, 7 runs. What was it? Hendricks came in the bottom of the 9th. Jason Castro struck out. Max Muncy homered to tie it. And Moncada hit a homer to win it. And then in the other series, the Carp scored early, scored often. Max Scherzer threw 5 innings, 12 Ks through 5, 2 runs. Tyler Clippard gave up a run in a 3 2/3, and then the Fresh Prince came in and got the final third. Did give up a run on a homer to somebody, but nailed down the win. Mike Minor, he had a game he'd like to forget. 2 2/3, 8 runs, 8 earned, and a homer. But Jake Odorizzi out of the pen gave him great support. 4 1/3 scoreless. Taylor Rogers inning in the third, 2 runs, and Tyler Duffy 2/3 to close it out. We move on to game 3. But I'm going to upload these, so we will have a slight pause here. Yeah, what do you think?
Matt's starting another lefty game for you, right? In Brad's Park.
Yes, Blake Snell, I believe. I'll look at just a second. Let's see.
What was Minor's ERA
For that game?
for this season?
Oh, give me a second, I'll look.
Will he get another start potentially, I guess?
Potentially, because he was the number 2 guy. Yeah.
Yeah, unless somebody wins the next 3.
Yeah.
Brad's going to start Soraka if he's ready.
I will check that. Matt has, yes, Blake Snell, who in the regular season was 9-9 with a 6.66 ERA.
Oh, yeah. The number of the beast.
Yeah.
Right? I bet he throws heat. So bad.
And, he struck out 195 guys in 127 innings, though. Crazy. And then Brad, let me take a look. The Dolphins, Soraka.
Brad says stop the comedy. He doesn't think it's funny.
Oh, man.
We've been doing this for a little.
Yeah, we've been at this for, it's like going on 3 hours now. The comedy's appreciated, Pat. Keep it rolling. 1, 2, 3. There is a day of rest, so it looks like Soraka will be on full rest.
Okay. I asked for his lineup changes. He's
Okay. So yeah, Soraka would be on full rest. And presumably his versus lefties will be different, right?
yeah, he's gonna type me the changes here, I think.
Okay. Which, I mean, actually, Snell's a lot better against righties, but I could see why he'd want to change it.
He said put Turner at DH.
Okay, Turner and Hooch at DH. No Hooch, just Turner. So then Dahl comes out, I guess.
McNeil and left.
Got it.
Brantley and right.
Okay, so just switch those two. Got it.
Is that who's at first? And it's still Rizzo, right?
Yep.
Is Bell playing?
Oh, wait, my fault. Actually, it's Gio Gonzalez starting game 3 for Matt, not Blake Snell. I just looked over and I saw Matt's text. So it's Gio Gonzalez.
So it's still another lefty.
Still another lefty, yeah.
Turnabout's third. He said, I think I'm good. Turnabout's third.
So, alright, so that means currently the order is LeMahieu batting leadoff at second, Trevor Story at short, hitting second, hitting third, Trey Turner at DH, hitting fourth, Michael Brantley in right field, hitting fifth, Jeff McNeil in left field, hitting sixth, Rizzo at first base, hitting seventh, Santana in center, hitting eighth, Vasquez at catcher, and hitting ninth, Josh Donaldson at third.
Said, yep.
Okay, and nothing from Jay?
No.
Okay, so we have Gio Gonzalez versus Mike Soroka. And in the other series we have, who is it going to be? Lance Lynn versus Lucas Giolito.
Lance Lynn was pretty good for him this year, too, wasn't he? Or no?
He started out fast, but
Faded.
yeah, I mean, he's still decent. 14 and 12, 457. He just served up a lot of homers to righties was the big thing. And just a lot of extra bases to lefties, but, you know, overall not terrible. Righties did slug 500 off of him, so
Yeah.
that's kind of tough. All right, so it's Lynn versus what did I say for Jay? Buffalo Carp.
Giolito.
Giolito. Yeah, and he was 12 and 10, 462. So a pretty even matchup, just based on the stats. All right, here we go. Game 3. Let's do it. We have the Thunderbolts coming out on top, 8-6 against the Carp. And we have the Voodoo Dogs with a Game 3 win, 5-2 over the Endorphins. Let's see. Oh, wow. A lot of scoring towards the end of the game between the Thunderbolts and Carp. Lynn threw pretty well, 6 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned, and Kinsler 1 1/3, 2 runs. Giolito didn't pitch real well, 4 1/3, 5 runs, 5 earned, and Carlos Martinez came in 2 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned. in the other game, the Voodoo Dogs. Gio Gonzalez, 6 innings, 1 run. And Robles, 2 innings and a run. Trevor Gott closed it out. Trevor Gott, whatever. Soroka didn't pitch bad. 6 innings, 4 runs. The star of the game, though, was Jock Peterson, 2 for 4 with 2 homers, all 5 RBIs. Josh Hader served up a homer, and that was all the scoring. All right, so I'm going to print or upload these.
Both 2-1, right? Series
are 2-1 each. Matt and Craig. All right, game 3. Or game 4. So game 4, it'll be Trevor Bauer. Brad, if you're listening, Trevor Bauer is pitching for Matt.
Matt's 1-2 of the 3.
Pardon?
Matt's 1-2 of the 3.
Yeah.
Or Brad.
Matt's up 2-1. Yeah. All right. So.
He's next to me.
Okay. I figure I'll just go through Brad's versus righties lineup. It'll be the only time it gets used this series, so let's just go over it. Brad, hitting leadoff, you have LeMahieu at second, McNeil in right field at hitting second, third, Josh Donaldson at hitting third and playing third, Anthony Rizzo at first, hitting fourth, Trevor Story at shortstop hitting fifth, Josh Bell at DH hitting 6th, Danny Santana in center hitting 7th, Kyle Schwarber hitting 8th and playing left field, and Narvaez hitting 9th at catcher. Let's take a look at and he has Clayton Kershaw scheduled to start, and he's on full rest. While he's thinking, let's take a look at the other series. Belleville Thunderbolts, who are up 2-1 right now, have Marcus Stroman on the hill, who was 13-9 in the regular season with a 4.20.
He said to start Gallen. He's gonna roll the dice again with him.
So he wants to pull Clayton
Kershaw.
Okay, we can do that.
No roll for Kershaw, I'm assuming, right? He said right.
Okay. And he's good with the lineup that I read off?
Yeah.
All right, so game 4, Pitts. Luke Weaver for the Buffalo Carp against Marcus Stroman of the Belleville Thunderbolts. And we have Zach Gallen, who in the regular season was 4-7 with a 7.15 ERA, but he was lightning in a bottle against the Stormtroopers. He pitched a fantastic game that frankly turned the series around, if I'm being honest. And Matt is throwing, where is that? There we go. Trevor Bauer, who didn't pitch a lot for Matt, but when he did pitch, he was poor. He was 1-1 with a 7.88 ERA. Overall, 5-12 with a 7.44. So, you know,
Could be a lot of runs this game.
could be a lot of points scored. Well, let's see. That's why we play the games. Let me stop talking and just start playing. All right, game 4. Thunderbolts and Voodoo Dogs, both on the road and both up 2-1. Let's see what we get. the Carp with a 4-3 victory over the Thunderbolts, and the Endorphins with a big 10-6 game. As expected, lots of points were scored. Let's take a look. The Carp.
What was that up? What was the score of that game?
4-3 for the Carp.
Okay.
Weaver threw well, 6 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned. Gave up a single home run. And who hit it? Michael Conforto leading off the game. Marcus Stroman, 5 2/3, 3 runs, 3 earned. Not bad. Did give up 3 homers. 2 to Hyura and 1 to Bryce Harper. Haven't heard his name called much today, but there we go. I just called it. So that ties that series up 2-2, and same with the other series, 2-2 now. Big 10-6 game. Gallen wasn't good, but he was better than Bauer. Bauer went 5 innings, 7 runs, 7 earned, a couple homers allowed. Amir Garrett came in and gave up a run in 2/3, and Win Genter pitched an inning and a third and gave up a couple runs. Zach Gallen, 5 innings, 5 runs, 5 earned, 2 homers as well. Brad Hand gave up a solo shot, and that was your scoring. Kirby Yates threw 2, and Liam Hendricks threw an inning, and that wrapped it up. So, both series tied 2-2.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to print these out, and box scores are going to get uploaded. Alright, games are uploading. So now we're back to Game 1 starters. So that means Patrick Corbin against whoever Brad's Game 1, Verlander, yeah. And in the other series, that means Tyler Glasnow.
That's the last game at Brad's Park, correct?
Correct. Tyler Glasnow will face off against Steven Strasburg. Marquee matchup. Did you send Jay the results?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yep.
Whether he responds or not, at least we did our side of things.
He did. I think he mistook. I said series tied 2-2, won 4-3, and he's like, "Up to the series." I was like, "No, you won Game 4." Brad said left-handed lineup for my park. Well, he changed it, right? Or is it the same?
It's just whatever he had. Let me go to
That last game against Gio.
Well, that was his versus righties lineup, but
The one he had versus Gio Gonzalez, right?
oh yeah, it'll be that lineup. Yep.
Okay.
So he has Verlander going.
Yeah, he said the same as the lineup he had as against Gio Gonzalez.
Okay. Yeah.
He thinks you're wearing down.
He thinks what?
You think you're running on fumes.
Who, me?
Yeah. He said you sound like Joe Buck.
I'm eating chocolate right now.
Chocolat.
Some nice dark chocolate. Alright. Let's see. So I don't think there's really anything to change if Brad doesn't have any changes.
I think we're ready to roll.
Rock and roll. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's do this thing. Game 5. Both series tied 2-2. Ready, pal?
Ready.
Any last thoughts?
Let's do it.
Alrighty. It is done. Carp, go up with a 5-2 win. And the Endorphins hold on for a 4-3 win to go up 3-2. Let's look at these box scores, man. The Carp beat up Tyler Glasnow, who went 4 innings, 4 runs, 4 earned. Strasburg, dynamite game. Wow. 7 innings, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 11 Ks. Carlos Martinez followed him with a run allowed, and everything else was aces. And then let's see. Brad scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th to break a 2-2 tie.
He's going back to Matt's Park now.
Verlander not too bad. 5 innings, 2 runs, 2 earned.
How many bombs?
Just 1. Patrick Corbin threw 4 1/3, 2 runs, 2 earned, and Austin Voth gave up the game-winning homer to Trevor Story. But the Voodoo Dogs didn't roll over. They scored 1 in the top of the 9th to make it 4-3. Let's see if there was any drama there, men on base or something. It was just a solo shot by Joey Gallo.
Let me get some water. You might hear some ice here.
No problem. Alright, let me upload those box scores.
I probably should have wrote down Brad's left-handed lineup at Matt's.
Yeah, I guess I can look on the game.
Yeah,
One of the
yeah.
previous games. Alright, let's see. Where is it?
I'll ask him if that's what he wants.
Yeah. Alright, games are uploading.
So that's exactly what he wants to do.
Exactly. Nice. You nailed that shit, man. Oh, where are the game results? Shoot. Okay, so let me start putting that in. Endorphins, saved lineup versus lefties. So LeMahieu, Story, Brantley hitting 3rd, McNeil hitting 4th, Dahl hitting 5th, Rizzo 6, Santana in center, Vasquez. Alright, I'm going to read this back to Brad. Hitting 1st, LeMahieu at 2nd, hitting 2nd, Story at short, 3rd, Brantley in right field, 4th, McNeil in left field, 5th, Dahl at DH, 6th, Rizzo at 1st, 7th, Santana in center field, hitting 8th, Christian Vasquez at catcher, and hitting 9th, Josh Donaldson at 3rd. Pitching, he has Rich Hill scheduled to go, and he is on full rest. Matt has Yarbrough pitching this game for him. And in the other series, with the Carp holding a 3-2 lead, they have Max Scherzer on the hill. And he's going to face off against the Belleville Thunderbolts 20-game winner, Mike Minor.
Brad wants Kershaw instead of Hill.
He wants Kershaw. Call him the audible.
If he wins, he's pulled all the stops.
Man, GM of the year. All right. Yeah, MVP Brad. None of his players, Brad. All right. So I have Kershaw scheduled for game 6. Got it.
Yeah, he sent me the lineup. LeMahieu, Story, Brantley, McNeil, Dahl, Rizzo, Santana, Vasquez, Donaldson. That's what you had, right?
LeMahieu, Story, Brantley, McNeil, Dahl, Rizzo, Santana, Vasquez, Donaldson.
It was like that World Series I won. I didn't play Marcell Ozuna the whole year, and I played him in the playoffs, and he just killed it.
You just had a hunch, didn't you?
I knew. I did.
Well,
I don't think I made a move the whole year, remember?
Yeah. I think this is the first team that in our league that ever won it without making a single trade. But, you know, when the spidey sense is tingling, you just got to roll with it, man. All right.
Yeah, I think I wasn't too interested that year for some reason. That was before I became a diehard.
Well, better late than never. All right, so we're all queued up. We have Brad is throwing Clayton Kershaw. The Voodoo Dogs are throwing. Actually, I want to double check that just to make sure it's the postseason. Measure twice, cut once. That's what the Carpenters say, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, yep. Kershaw game is queued up to start the next game. All right. So we have Kershaw versus Yarbrough, and we have the Carp are throwing Mad Max Scherzer, and the Belleville Thunderbolts are throwing 20-game winner Mike Minor. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Predictions?
I will go.
Pain.
I will go with. I'm going to go with Brad and Jay.
Brad and Jay, let's see. You're close. You're 50% right. It was Matt and Jay. So let's look at these box scores. Matt with a big win, 8-3. Clayton Kershaw, well, he didn't have it today. 4 innings, 6 runs, 6 earned, 3 homers. The bullpen, better but not by a lot. Yarbrough, 8 innings, 1 run, 1 earned, and he got the win. Amir Garrett gave up a 2-run shot in the 9th, but it didn't matter. Game was already decided. And then in the other game, the Carp with a 2-1 win, a nail-biter. Once again, the Thunderbolts tried to come back late. They got a run in the 9th, in the bottom of the 9th, but it wasn't enough. There were only 7 hits all game. Max Scherzer with a fantastic outing. 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 12 Ks. Tyler Clippard with 2 1/3 innings, gave up 1 run unearned. Mike Minor with a fantastic bounce back game. 8 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, 7 Ks. But the downfall was that 2-run homer to Fernando Tatis in the third, and that was a winner for the Carp. All right, so we have a game 7. The Carp advanced to the World Series, and Brad and Matt are going on to game 7.
Who's Matt got going?
Let me check that. Give me just a moment.
Would be Snell.
No, I think it's Gio Gonzalez. That's who he started third, I believe.
I thought it was Trevor Bauer, but
No, that Bauer pitched fourth.
oh, okay. Yarborough.
Yarborough. Yeah. Yeah, it's Gio Gonzalez for Matt.
All right, he wants the same lefty lineup. You got Mike Soroka for him. Soroka.
Let's see. Soroka for Brad, yes.
You nervous, Brad? Must be.
No response.
Yeah, his fingers are too sweaty. It's not recognizing his. He says yes. All caps.
Carp have joined the live stream. Welcome, Carp. I don't know how long ago he joined. I haven't looked over in a while, but. All right, Carp. If you've just tuned in, you just advanced to the World Series. Congratulations.
Did Brad's last series go 7? With Steve? Or was that 6?
It went at least 6. It might have been 7. I think it was 7. That sounds familiar. So, you said Brad's ready to roll?
Yeah.
I don't know if we got any changes from the Carp, but... Actually, there's no changes from the Carp. He's advancing. There might be changes. Here we go, Game 7. Final thoughts, Pat? What do you think? Gio Gonzalez, who threw a fantastic game, his first outing in Game 3. And it's against Mike Soroka, who wasn't terrible, but didn't pitch his best game of the year. In Matt's Park, so it's the righty versus the lefty.
Gonna be a 1-run game.
Could it be? 2-1, 12-11. We'll see.
I go 6-5.
6-5. Who do you think's gonna win it?
Not gonna say because whoever I pick, it'll be the opposite one.
So you don't want to apply the Berwitz curse and.
No.
Okay. Well, here we go. I'm just gonna play it, and we're gonna find out. It went 11 innings, and Brad is going to the World Series. Mike Soroka, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. Gio Gonzalez threw well. 5 innings, 3 runs, 1 earned. Close game.
What was the final?
4-3.
I was right, though. 1-run game.
You were right.
So, Brad and Jay.
Brad and Jay.
I know Brad's won. Has Jay ever won one? He has, hasn't he?
I think so.
Brad's won 2, I believe.
Let me take a look and see.
I think I've won 3, maybe.
Just taking a peek at the archive page.
Brad's manager is killing it. Yeah, my aces pitched both game 7s. When's the last time Feld's won? Been a while, hasn't it?
Has, let's see.
The 90s?
Jay won in 2004. Jay last won in 2004. Brad has won in 2007 and 2016.
What about Feld?
Feld last won in 2005. So he actually won the year after Jay won.
Ah.
Chris has won 3. He won 2000, he won 2003, and he won 2005.
And that's when the drinking and trade had started. You had to watch that.
Yeah, things changed a little.
Yeah. Trading's the fun part, too, though.
Jay's saying that he actually was in the World Series in 2010 and he lost to the Stormtroopers in 7 games.
All right, how much rest we getting?
There's 1 day off between the series.
So
let's see, I need to go into the...
Jay could go with this game 1 starter.
Yeah, he can go up to the top of his rotation.
I think Brad can throw Verlander, too, because that one was Soraka's game 3.
Jay has home field advantage. Or no, there's 2 games of rest. I show that we have 2 games of rest. That's what's in the system, so that must be what we did before.
So they both can go game 1 starters?
Let me take a look. Actually, let me see.
I think we've done a really good job on this playoffs here, Ed.
What's that?
I think we've done a really good job on the playoffs.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, if there's any awards out there for broadcasting teams, I mean, they've got to think about us. I mean, if nothing else, what's our competition?
Yeah, there's probably not too many diamond mined broadcasting teams we have to compete with.
All right, so there's that. Let's do generate championship series. There it is. So as long as Brad realizes he's starting on the road, Jay had a better record. All right. So let me get in here, and Buffalo Carp said no changes. Let me get his rotation set to the top. Steven Strasburg will go game 1. And Brad. And let me look at the schedule and see what the date of game 1 is. The 2nd. November 2nd. So Verlander threw on the 29th, so 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he can't start.
You can't.
He can't start Verlander game 1. Not be on full rest. But he could start game 2.
Okay. He's typing.
The other series must have only been 6 games against Steve.
Yep. Was it?
It must have been, because well, hold on. 29, 30, 1, 28, 29, 30. No, maybe he can start him. Did I say the second? Because I was looking at it wrong. He didn't start his last game. He started his second to last game.
You said he pitched the 29th?
That's what I thought, but I was wrong. He actually threw. Let's see, Verlander threw the 27th. So 28, 29, 30. Does October have 30 or 31 days?
Halloween, dude.
Yeah, is that the 30th or the 31st?
31st.
31st, so 31. So 28, 29, 30. Yeah, Verlander can start game 1.
Okay.
But currently Kershaw is his number 2, but he would not be able to start game 2. So I assume he wants to start Verlander game 1.
Yeah, he said Verlander.
Okay. Any lineup changes against Strasburg? Jay says good luck to the Endorphins.
He said Rich Hill will start game 2.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and pop them in there now then. Alright, here we go.
Hold on a second on his lineup.
Okay. Hasn't changed since his versus righties last series, and Jay's all right-handed starters, so.
He's texting. He has all righty starters. Jay.
Yeah.
Bell was not in the lineup.
Who wasn't?
Josh Bell.
Against righties, he was.
He is.
Yeah. Tell him to look at his box score against Trevor Bauer. That would have the lineup that's currently in there.
Does loves some music. I don't hear any music.
I put the Jeopardy music on.
Oh. Can you read off that lineup or no? Oh, he's typing. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean,
Lineup should be good, he said.
okay.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Predictions, Pat, for the series.
Um,
And the game, if you like.
He says read it one last time for him, the lineup.
All right. I will bring up the box score.
I think it'll go 7 games.
I think it's going to be a tight one, huh? Bauer. There it is. All right. So we've got LeMahieu, McNeil, Donaldson, Rizzo, Story, Bell, Santana, Schwarber, Narvaez. That's it.
That's good.
All right. Here we go. Game 1. Endorphins with a 10-5 win. Let's take a look. Verlander, 4 innings, 5 runs, 5 earned, home run allowed. The rest is eggs. And then Strasburg, 4 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned. But Carlos Martinez gave up 4 more runs in the 8th and 9th.
He's been bad this playoffs.
Brad hit 5 home runs. Donaldson hit 1. Story hit 1. Santana hit 2. Narvaez hit 1. And a single homer by Austin Meadows for Jay. Alright, let me upload it.
Who was that Santana that played shortstop for the Mets? What was his first name?
This year?
Back in the 80s.
Rafael Santana?
That's right.
Rafael Say It Again Santana was his Chris Berman nickname. Never understood that one.
Yeah, I don't get it. That guy was overrated.
Chris Berman or Santana?
Chris Berman.
The nicknames were fun. But, like, you know, by the time we were, like, he was doing home run derbies and the whole back thing, it was just, you know,
Yeah.
it was overplayed at that point.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, when you think back on it, like, the nicknames and all that stuff, that was, like, that was fresh, that was fun, you know. But, like, especially before ESPN had baseball games, they were just, like, the scrappy upstarts. That was a blast, I thought. At any rate, Game 2, we have Scherzer versus Rich Hill, I believe, is who Brad wants.
Yep.
Box scores are still uploading. We'll double check that. Yes, Max Scherzer is scheduled. And Rich Hill is scheduled. Ask Brad if he has any changes. Or he can hear me, I guess, if he's watching still. Upload is about complete. And the upload is now complete.
He said he's good.
Alright. Here we go. Game 2. What was your prediction again, Pat? Did you say? You just said 7 games, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Safe prediction. I think Jay's going to do this for the Buck division. I'm going to go out there. Even down a game, I think. And Jay wins 11-7. Jay's pitching is just good. That's just...
Yeah, Brad's bullpen's better than Jay's, all right?
Yeah, oh, definitely. But Jay's starters are better. That's, you know, if it becomes a battle of the bullpens, Brad's going to win.
Yeah.
But anyway, so game 2, Carp win 11-7 over the Endorphins. 5-run 5th, or 5-run 4th, 5-run 6th. That's where all the runs came from. So the Carp counter with 5 home runs of their own this game. 2 from Matt Chapman. Was it Matt or Mark? Matt, I think. Austin Meadows hit 2, and Mike King, or what's Kingery's first? I don't remember. Anyway, Scott Kingery hit a home run. Rich Hill threw poorly, 3 1/3, 5. Hector Neris, 2 1/3, 5. 5 runs, 5 earned. Scherzer didn't throw well. He's been good this postseason, not today. 4 1/3, 5 runs, 5 earned. And Tyler Clippard, an inning and 2/3, 2 runs, 2 earned. Everyone else was eggs. All right. We move to game 3. There's a day of rest. I'm going to get these box scores uploading. And let's see if there's any changes from the Carp.
He wants Soraka game 3 if he can pitch.
Okay.
Well, it'll be a day of rest too, right? Because they're going to Brad Park.
Yeah, there's a day of rest here, so heading to the whatever Brad Park is called, Endorphin Rush Park. Gigaton Park is what it's called. We're headed to Gigaton Park for game 3. Don't know where it is, but we'll be calling the game from there. Pat, we have Mike Soroka taking the hill for the Endorphins. For the Buffalo Carp, we have Lucas Giolito. What do you think of this game, Pat? What do you like?
This is going to be a nail biter.
Yeah?
Be a one-run game.
Who's gonna
5-4.
5-4. Who's going to have one more run than the other one?
I'm going to go with Brad, 5-4.
Brad, 5-4. Nice. Is Brad ready to roll?
Brad is ready to roll, I believe.
Okay. And presumably Jay is. Haven't seen anything in the live chat from him, so
He's ready.
Jay is.
Brad's ready.
Brad's ready. Okay, let's do it. Game 3. Carp prevail 6-2. Lucas Giolito, 6 innings, 2 runs, 2 earned, and the bullpen was perfect. Clippard, Chapman, Martinez, and Will Smith all did their job like they're paid to do. Mike Soroka, 4 2/3, 6 runs, 3 earned. A little bit of a defensive lapse there. Brad Hand was perfect, Hendricks was perfect, and Hader was perfect. So it was just
Bad D.
bad D, but it actually didn't matter because even with 3 earned runs, they would have won 3-2 instead of 6-2. So we print these out, we start uploading them, and then we move on to the next game. I don't even remember what game are we on now.
Game 4.
Game 4.
Jay up 2-1. Has our division been on a roll as far as wants Gallon?
He wants Gallon. Okay.
Has our division been in the World Series for a while?
Yeah, we've been on kind of a roll. We've won. Let me look that up for you. Got it right here. Thought I did. Yeah, the Harry Carey has won. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Has won 2 out of the last 8. The Buck has won 6 of the last 8. Although 2 of the last 3 have been the Carey. The Endorphins in 2016 and the Short Bus in 2018. Other than that, it's been 2011 Hellfish, 2012, 2013 Rottens, 2014, 2015 Lecoq, 2017 Rottens. So we've been on a bit of a roll. Or primarily 2 of us have, but all right. So let's.
We've won 5 of the 6 that our division's won.
Yeah. That's why we get this good, sweet gig in the booth, right? We've earned it.
We're definitely in the Diamond Mine Hall of Fame.
Oh man, gotta be. Don't know what the requirements are, but we've gotta be. I vote for me. I vote for you, Pat.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Gallon, game 4. Let me make sure he's on full rest. Yeah, he's on full rest. And Jay, for game 4, will have Luke Weaver. Also on full rest. So, with the Carp leading 2-1, we move to Game 4 at Gigaton Park. Any thoughts, Pat?
No, obviously I suck at predictions.
So we're gonna do any last things from Brad? Does he say roll, rock and roll?
I think he's good. He just said Gallon. That's it.
Gallon. Okay, I'll wait a moment in case. I will double check to make sure I've got Gallon in there, but I believe I do. Gallon, Game 4. Don't want to make any mistakes at this point in the year.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to play it. Here we go. Gallon versus Weaver. I mean, the Carps seem like the favorite here, I would have to say.
In the pitching matchup, for sure.
In the pitching matchup, yeah. Yeah. But let's see what Diamond Line says. Let me click this button.
Play the games, Ed.
That's right. Thank you, Pat. Diamond Mind agrees. Carp with a 5-2 win and on the cusp of victory. Gallon, 4 2/3, 3 runs, 3 earned. Kirby Yates gave up a run, and Josh Hader. So not a terrible game. I mean, Gallon, kept him reasonable. Wasn't like he gave up 11 in an inning and a third or anything. So, but Luke Weaver was on his game. 7 innings, 2 runs, 2 earned, and then Will Smith, Tyler Clippard, and Aroldis Chapman finished it out. The Carp, let's see, hit 4 home runs. Hayura, Tatis, Matt Olson, and Holt all hit home runs for the...
Like Keston Ware is way better hitter than I thought he'd be for Diamond Mine. I know his splits were good. He didn't walk at all. I just thought that would be a problem. But
yeah, I mean, his ISO was so high. I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up really good. He's terrible defensively, but...
Yeah.
That's only part of the game. So,
was he playing second for Jay?
he is.
Wow.
Yeah. And Tatis is playing short for him.
Rolling the dice.
He is, but...
That goes against every Diamond Mine rule right there, and he's 1 game away from winning it all.
He is. I mean, what do we know? We're watching. He's out there. All right. So let's take a look at this. We have the Endorphins are back to Verlander, so I can't imagine they're changing anything there.
No, he said yeah.
Save the season, Justin Verlander. Let's see if he's a GOAT, if he's the Lecoq version of Verlander, or if he's the this postseason version who's just been dynamite against the mighty Steven Strasburg. All right, well, here we go. I'm about to click this button and play this game, Pat. Do you want to say anything?
Good luck, guys.
Endorphins live to fight another day with a 6-4 win. Strasburg, 5 innings, 5 runs, 5 earned, and 2 big home runs by Josh Donaldson and Narvaez. Verlander, not great, but just a little bit better. 6 innings, 4 runs, 4 earned. All right.
How many homers allowed?
1. Let me go back and look. Where is that? Dang it. So there's a day off. We head back to Jay's place. Home runs allowed for Verlander. 1.
1.
Let's print this out. For you kids out there, 1 is 1. For any of you kids watching that don't speak Spanish.
Wonder who's Brad's going to throw this game.
Well,
Who did he throw last? Rich Hill?
last time it was Rich Hill, and that didn't work. So,
Gary tried Gallon. Who's available?
well, it's probably either Rich Hill or Kershaw. Would be my guess.
Is that who's available?
I'm checking. So, Rich Hill did throw last time, so that's who's scheduled. Options are Clayton Kershaw. I mean, Alex Young technically is an option, but he threw out of the pen.
So it's Kershaw or
somebody
Rich Hill.
on super short rest. Yeah, it's Kershaw or 2 days rest, Mike Soroka or Hill.
Because Soroka can go the next game, right? Or no?
No, Soroka's done for this World Series on full rest because he's the Game 3 starter. No. He would be the one that would pitch Game 7, yeah.
Yeah. I put Kershaw or Hill, and I'm waiting for his response.
Alrighty.
He's typing.
Because we know it's Mad Max Scherzer for the Carp.
He asked if Young was okay with rest. He said he just pitched out of the pen, right?
He pitched, what would be 2 days ago out of the pen. He threw 20 pitches.
Okay. How was Jay versus a lefty this year? Pretty good.
This team is pretty balanced. I don't know. Have to look at the stats. Just looking at his overall stats for the season. Let me see. This team was slightly better against a lefty. They're quite a bit better. 852 ops versus lefties and 818 versus righties.
He wants to start Young.
Look at that. I love it. Bold. So, does he want Young on the same thing with short rest and all that, or quick leash?
I'm sure.
I'm sure. I'm going to just set it, but I'm going to wait for verification.
He put yes, very.
Okay, I've got him on the shortest leash there is. Alright, let me see. Buffalo Carp, 1 game from victory. Who will they send to the hill? None other than Mad Max Scherzer. Okay. What do you think, Pat?
I don't know. You got to say the Jays looking like the better team in this matchup, I think, for this game.
I mean, you gotta like it, but baseball's a funny game, you know?
Yeah.
Baseball is a funny game. I'm just gonna play this game and we're gonna find out. We can speculate all day, but in the end, the Carp won 2-0. The young move worked. Wow, he went 6 1/3, 2 runs, 2 earned. Pitched great. Gave up a homer to Tatis. A two-run shot in the 5th, and that was it. Those were all the runs. Scherzer was dynamite, continuing a really pretty good postseason. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 9 Ks, no runs. Carlos Martinez with a clean 8th, and Aroldis Chapman with a perfect 9th. And the gloves went in the air. Celebration going on in Buffalo right now. Man, what a World Series. What a postseason, Pat.
It was. It was one of the best ones we've had, I think.
Definitely one of the most exciting ones we've called. But in the
Only
end,
thing I was missing was me being in the playoffs.
well, maybe next year.
Next year, yep. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, man, that team you've put together is looking pretty good for next year. Really not much to say. Tatis hit the big home run. He hit 417 in the series. I don't know. That's huge, man. It's got to be MVP. He won the World Series right there. Or somebody's got to be. I don't know. I don't have all the stats in front of me, but actually I can fix that. I can print the stats. We can have all the stats in front of us. What do you think of them apples? Do you like apples? Yeah. Well, I got her number. What do you think of them apples? You ever seen Good Will Hunting?
Oh yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah, that's one of those, it's like in those handful of films that like when it's on, you know, if you just see it, it's like you just watch the rest of it. It's just so good.
Oh yeah, I loved it. All right, dude, I'm gonna grab some food.
All right. Yeah. Good
It was
times.
fun.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Hit me up next weekend about those simulations.
Oh yeah, we'll do it. Cool. Sounds good.
All right. All right,
Talk to
see
you
you.
later. Bye.
Bono left channel and disconnected.